I want to make this quick because I have hot eggs sitting in front of me. Got eggs and fruit. I added some good spices into my eggs. There's some turmeric, there's garlic, there is basil, and then I topped it with lemon and Parmesan. Fruit is pears, peaches. I added some lemon to my water. The only reason I'm talking about this is because it's the season of Lent, and I know many people give something up. I am attempting to give something up, something more of a practice versus an actual food, but it does tend to be the food. Confession, I eat cookies when nobody's looking. So I am specifically removing that for the next 40 days. I don't want to eat sweets in secret. I will gladly enjoy a dessert at a table with family or friends, but I don't want to sneak food, sweets specifically, any longer. So I'm giving that up because I'm hoping that God will help me. He will. Long story short though, I am a big fan of what we should eat more of versus what you shouldn't eat. And I'm not talking about just Lent time. I'm talking in general, dieting, healthier foods. I want to know, what should I eat more of? I've been taught I should be eating more eggs and more beef and cut sugar, cut processed foods, get more sunshine, get outside and exercise for 20 minutes a day. So those are the things that I'm focused on, and I'm prioritizing it. So when I make a little plate of eggs here, I actually think to myself, eat more eggs. And then I'm happy that I'm doing that because I do think that it helps. Taking care of ourselves is quite a commitment. I have learned that the things that work for me are a little bit of extra work. Taking walks, for instance. I see a chiropractor more regularly now than I ever have. I used to go maybe once a month or longer. Now I've been every couple weeks. I saw a massage therapist this morning. She hurts. She's the real deal. She goes deep tissue, so she tells me, drink water when we're done, and normally it helps. I do have a lot of inflammation in my body, and I'm trying to get to the root of it, but I think it stems from the fact that I had a lot of anxiety for so long, and I think inflammation comes from stress that gets kind of trapped inside of our bodies. It's not a medical, it's not medical knowledge, it's just kind of a hunch I have. I know that stress does bad things to our bodies, so learning how to manage stress, I think, will help. But in reality, there are other factors, and it's a long list. So just try to do the best you can. That's always, always, always going to be my recommendation. Try to do the best you can. I am not a big fan of fads or trends, so I'm not going to be the person that will tell you to jump on board with whatever the latest craze is. I think making long-term, slow changes can help you in the long run. It's not a guarantee, but I just think overall, if we get into healthier habits, our bodies are going to thank us, which brings me back to Lent, because my word for this year is priority, and I'm prioritizing God above other things, and God lives in me. I've got the Holy Spirit present in me, so I should be taking better care of my body. That's my theory. So Lent, I'm making an effort to pay attention and prioritize and just try to take better care of the body that God has blessed me with. And ultimately, that's where it's at. So that's kind of my little bit of insight. I also decided that I'm going to start reading the Gospels through Lent. So I started with Matthew this morning. I got through the first couple chapters. I really enjoy reading the Gospels, and I've kind of read through them, bounced around from place to place, and I read through the book of Luke last December. But I've never read them through Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, like in succession. So I'm going to shoot to do that. Hopefully I'll be done by Easter, but if not, I'm going to just keep chucking along because, you know, I don't want to be a perfectionist. I don't want to put more pressure on myself to compete with anybody or anything. I do tend to think that could be, you know, creeping on the verge of being more worldly versus just trying to live a godly life. So I'm going to take it easy on putting pressure on myself, but these are the things that are in my heart right now. So something tells me that God will provide the strength, the courage, the comfort in the discontentment when when things get more difficult, like when I'm tempted to eat a sweet in secret. It's going to be uncomfortable, and I'm going to rely on God. So that's my message today and my encouragement. And I'm going to go eat my breakfast / lunch, I guess, because it's getting later in the day. So we'll call it brunch. Have a great day.